Okay, kids, this is a continuation of what we were doing before. It's still the same section 7.1, solving systems by graphing. And there's not really much new here. There's just small things here and there that are new, and I'll kind of slow down then and talk more about it. So I'm going to go pretty quickly on these first couple problems in particular, because it's just like what we did before. Okay, like this first one here, no work to show. I'm going to go to the y-intercept. I'm going to go down 2 over 1. I'm going to do that a bunch of times. Erase that mark. That shouldn't have been there. I'm going to go backwards up to left 1. Try to be as neat as you can with that. Now, this one I'll do in blue. There's the -1. Remember, there's an invisible slope of +1. That means up 1 over 1. So all I had to do was make a couple points there. And that's my point. Now remember that point, don't forget to write that point down. Okay. Now this one here, we're going to subtract x from both sides because we have to solve for y. Remember, it's still -2y equals -x plus 2. Now you got to be careful with your work here. Negative over negative is a positive. There's that one. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. Now we have to solve this one as well. 3y equals -x minus 3. Now remember, this does not become -3x. It's -1/3 x minus 1. Now we actually know the y-intercept right away. The intersection right away. But I should finish drawing the line. Down 1 over 3. I don't need to show any more points because I already know my intersections right there. And again, if you wanted to check any of these, you could plug them into the equations. And it should, if it's correct, it's going to make both equations work. So again, we got to practice our equation solving skills. Don't go away. Solving for y. Negative over negative is positive. So there is one equation. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And in blue, again, I have to, whoops, I just want to get y by itself. Remember, it doesn't matter which side y is on. Easiest thing to do is to just move over the 8. So you get y equals 2x plus 8. So that's going to be up there. Now my slope is up 2 over 1. That's going to take me far away. Let me go down to left 1. I'm going to go backwards. And I hope you're noticing something here. Are these lines going to intersect? And you're going to say, no, Mr. Sazik, they're not. And of course, why are they not? Well, look at the slopes. The slopes are both 2. These lines are parallel. They are never going to intersect, and therefore they will have no solution. So if you have parallel lines, two different lines that are parallel, they will have no solution. Remember what we did in the previous video, if you have the same exact equation twice, the same line twice, that's infinite solutions because the line intersects an infinite number of times with its twin. But here it's no solution. Okay. No work needed to do with this blue one here. There's because it's already solved for y. Actually, don't have to do work for either one of these, right? Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Let me go backwards, down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2. And And 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1. So the red line is going to be like that. There's our intersection, and that's at -2, 2. Okay. All right. On the back, there's some more here. You should try them yourself. Let's subtract 3x. So we get -5y equals -3x minus 30. Y equals 3/5 x plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, way at the top there. Now, if I go up 3 over 5, I'm going to run out of room. I'm going to go backwards. 1, down 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 5. Hopefully, I'll be able to figure this out. Again, subtract x. We've got to get y by itself. That negative's still there. And you got to be careful here now. We're dividing by -5. Remember, this does not become 5x. This is positive 1/5 x because the negatives cancel. And you get positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means up 1 over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go backwards. Down 1, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see I got this flatter line. And it intersected right there, which is -5, 3. Don't forget to write down that point in the end. Sometimes people forget that. This one, no solving needed, down 1 over 3. Let me go backwards. And I got to do a little work here. 3y equals negative. Remember, notice how I wrote the x first. Y equals -1/3 x plus 4. Oh, we know what the, oh, wait a second. These are the same. Exactly the same, right? So remember, we saw this the other day. The final answer here is infinite solutions because those red and blue lines intersect an infinite number of places. Now, you can do with word problems here as well, okay? These can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Here was talking about soda. You should read through that. Realize that the two things you don't know is the number of bottles that you're buying of each. So X, I'm going to call that is the number of regular, and Y is the number of diet. Now we can set up an equation just based on this. We bought how many bottles? 12. So X plus Y equals 12. That's one equation. And you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and solve for Y. So this would be Y equals -X plus 12. But remember, we need a second equation. The second equation is going to be the money equation. See here, the regular was on sale for $1 per bottle. So $1 times X, that's the number of regular, plus the diet was $1.50 times Y has to give us, so this is the, what we did first is look what I call the number equation, just based on how many, in this case, how many you bought. The second one is the money equation. So this becomes $1.50y equals -X plus 15. Now, if you divide, this is a little bit weird. You might need your calculator to help you a little bit with this. So that's okay. you're going to get y equals this 1 over 150, that's negative 2/3. And again, if you use your calculator to help, that's fine. And 15 over 150, that's going to be 6. No, I'm sorry. What am I? 10. What am I thinking here? Okay, so let's go up to the blue one. Down to 1, 2, 3. Down to 1, 2, 3. Down to 1, 2, 3. Now the red one had a y-intercept of negative 12, so I'm going to have to make this a little bit bigger. And it had a slope of negative 1. So that means down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. There's the magic spot right there, I think. Or did I mess up something here? Oh yeah, that's not quite it. It's down 1 over 1. There it is, right there. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And you see, it's kind of a tougher one to see. So this is actually, remember, x, this is x, and that's 6. And then this is y, and that's 6 as well. So that means you bought what? 6 of each.